He's so sassy. This new generation of men that want to be treated like women is crazy to me. To all my women who feel like this, let me ask you a quick question. What happens when your son brings home a woman who thinks that way? Are you still going to have that same mentality? The majority of men who are just asking for women to reciprocate the time, the effort, the thought. I'm not talking about the and ain't Anthony. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about the good men who deserve all these things. Y'all calling them sassy when all old boy is asking you to do is to be a good human being? Be an equal partner in a relationship? What is this? If you're not trying to spend $300 on the first date, what are you even trying to date me for? What are you going to do when your son brings this type of woman home? Do we still have these same thought processes? When my son is out here in the world looking for a woman, I want him to choose a woman who's like, yo, I value you. I appreciate you. You had a hard day at work? Tell me about it. You want a specific meal? Let me make it for you because you've been providing for me in all these other ways. Let me show you my appreciation. If he brings home a woman who isn't able to do that, I don't like her.
Okay. Topic for the night. Men are sassy. Okay, shout out to the young lady. I think her name is Sweet Pea. I think that's her name, something like that. She's on IG. I know she's heavy on IG, but definitely go check her out. She got a little podcast as well, but I think it's Sweet Pea, I think is what it is. All right, so she was having a conversation around these men being sassy, around the young ladies calling these men sassy. Guy is not sassy because he has expectations. I ain't never like that. Yeah, but that's a whole lie. A guy is not sassy because you disrespect him and he has a response for you. Yeah, that don't make him sassy. He's just not going to tolerate your disrespect. Yep, a guy is not sassy because he demands the same thing from you that he's giving you. Yep, and see, this is the thing. If that's the position, that some of the young ladies, I know it's not all young ladies, if that's the position that some of these young ladies want to take because they don't want to meet these expectations or they don't want to reciprocate or whatever the reason is, then just say that. Yeah, just say you ain't got it going on like that. Just say you ain't got it together. Just say you ain't boss chicken like you had everybody thinking. Just say you're not the wifey material woman that you try to act like you are. Just say that. Yeah, but don't try to project that on a man and then want to label him sassy because he don't move around and do whatever you want to say when you want him to do it. That's not how that works. But I'm gonna stop right there. Let me come down to you, Joe. You want to say something, man?
No, that was going to be my slight addendum to my previous statement. And you said all three of them. I was like, that was it. That's exactly what I was going to say. That is crazy. It would actually be the opposite, right? If a man is doing everything that a woman is saying, that he's bending over backwards for, he's kowtowing to her, that will make him, by their definition, sassy, feminine, or a follower. That will put him in a feminine position. So it would actually be the opposite. So it's switched. Somehow the man who is strong, who shows character, who stands his ground, who isn't going to take verbal abuse from a woman, or he's going to clap back, as they say, because she says something he's not supposed to. He's just supposed to just take it like a bulletproof jacket. He's not supposed to fire back.
I think for me, the thing that stood out was the mentality as she was speaking of when she was saying men are sassy, but she followed that up by saying they're saying this because they want to be treated like women. And I'm like, what part of that makes you sassy? So what are you saying? How are women wanting to be treated? They say they want to be treated with respect. They say they want men to be considerate. They want men to be emotionally intelligent. They want men to put energy and time into dating them and planning dates. They want, men to be willing to reciprocate. In a lot of cases, they're asking for men to be willing to invest in them without knowing if they're going to get any kind of return, right? And basically, they're saying that this is sassy behavior. So when a woman is acting like this, what do we call it?
Mm.
So when a man wants these things, which in my opinion is just common courtesy, then what do we call it when a woman wants it? And
Mm.
I think that for me, it speaks to the mindset, right? Men literally cannot have any kind of standards these days, because a man who has any kind of standards these days is going to be called sassy, or he's goofy, he's corny. I mean, you name it. Whenever a man, or they'll go to the negative side and they'll say he's narcissistic. These are the extremes. He's, toxic masculinity, all of these things. Like they'll take it to the extremes. And I just want to know, like, at what point did we decide that men are just supposed to be zombies walking around here with absolutely no feelings, walking around here with no standards, with no requirements? Meanwhile, on the other side, women want to be treated like royalty.